always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
It once stood for American can-do spirit and unashamed use of natural resources. Now Hummer is bringing its mountaineering mojo to a new home, just a little further east. Or east, depending on where you're watching. Also, the U.S. Air Force uses custom cars for recruiting. We get the latest on a new Lamborghini flagship. And FLD's auto sales analyst Bob Schubin Jr. tells us what GM's bankruptcy could mean for your car buying plans. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D, and you're watching the 607th episode of Fastlane Daily. That's right, 607.
Fastlane Daily with Derek D, always fresh every day.
Fans of GM's Hummer brand may want to brush up on their Mandarin. Reuters reports Chinese heavy equipment concern Sichuan Shenzhong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company has agreed to buy Hummer. The tentative deal comes just one day after GM filed for bankruptcy reorganization. The move sent waves of confusion through the Chinese business community, which Reuters reports was puzzled by what seems like an odd coupling. An industrial giant, Shenzhong makes special use vehicles such as dump trucks and fuel tankers, along with construction machinery, energy equipment, and structural components for highways and bridges. Reuters reports the company also plans to make military equipment. Hummer's operations would stay in the United States and be run by existing management. The Chinese company also pledged to invest in new product development, including more fuel-efficient vehicles, and expand its dealer network globally. And the U.S. Air Force is reportedly employing one of the oldest recruiting methods known to man. Okay, maybe the second oldest. We're talking about customized cars. Car Connection reports the Air Force contracted California-based custom shop Galpin Autosports to turn a Ford Mustang and a Dodge Challenger into aviation-themed supercars worthy of the USAF's seal of approval. The X1 Mustang's interior is reworked to resemble a jet cockpit with jet fighter instruments and a faux ejection seat. The Challenger, or Vapor, gets a special pilot-co-pilot setup with dual steering wheels and a special stealth mode exhaust. Vapor also gets radar-thwarting paint like the Stealth Fighter, which we assume should never be used to challenge authority. Wow, that was so obvious. The Air Force will use the two cars in its recruiting efforts to get people. And GM's bankruptcy may be your gain. Fastlane Daily's car sales analyst Bob Schubin Jr. has some tips on how to get the best deal on a car in the post-GM world. Bob?
Yes, Derek, thank you. And might I say, you are looking very good today. Who cut your hair, Lenny from Of Mice and Men? Hey. Anyway, people ask me all the time, Bob, how can I turn General Motors' financial offing into my own personal gain, respective of putting a new automobile in my home driveway? Well, let me tell you, Jim's got some problems. But the bottom line is, these guys need to sell some cars. Am I right? Hey, yeah, bud. It ain't like I'm advocating being a vulture or nothing, but it's a caveat lipitor. Every mug for his or herself. Hey, am I right? Huh? Anyway, a couple things to note when buying a car from the new GM. Number one, come up with a list of GM cars you might want to purchase. What do you want? A Malibu, a Trailblazer, a Buick LaCrosse, a Pontiac G3, G6, G8, G-Wiz, G.I. Joe, geothermal hydrotectonic inflection zone, what? Then you go do your research on whether this is the car for you. Go to the usual suspects, Edmunds.com, KBB.com, or Consumer Reports. And don't worry, Consumer Reports says GM will still provide parts and service and honor all warranties about it. So don't worry about breaking down in the desert with those hungry-ass mountain lions ready to pounce on your meaty thigh while you're sleeping in your car waiting for a tow truck. It's happened to me. You're covered for all that. Also, GM is offering some very tempting incentive deals, like that 0% financing and rebates in cash. And like Bob Schubin Jr. always says last time, I always says it, dealers are ready to negotiate. So go back and watch my last show on how to negotiate the best deal. Hey, about it. Consumer Reports also says don't forget some of those behind-the-scenes dealer incentives like free oil changes, free maintenance, and those hot dogs they give out on Saturday. Go to Consumer Reports or Edmunds.com to find out all the national and regional incentives on a particular model. And that includes what you call holdback amounts. That's the check GM gives to dealers for keeping the cars on a lot. If you know this number, bada bing, you get to negotiate a better deal. You can. I'm telling you, I've done it. They've done it to me. And GM may be getting smaller, but you don't have to not get the car you want. All right, I'm Bob Schubin, bada bing bong Jr. Hey, about it. Hey, Derek, take it away, all right? How was that, guys? It was great, huh? That was good stuff. Huh?
Thanks, Bob. Some helpful information there. And what's wrong with my hair? My hair's fine, right, guys?
Seacrest.
Seacrest, really? You wanna go with that? Wow. You can find out more on on us at twitter.com/FastlaneDaily. Right here. Also, we are on Facebook, so friend us and subscribe to us on YouTube. Next up, when's the Lamborghini Murcielago replacement coming? We'll find out in the Internet Rumor Mill right after this.
Now that Fiat owns Chrysler, I think a couple of things are going to happen. A number of things. Number one, they're only going to produce cars in green, white, and red. Maybe Vatican white and Palermo black for the special editions. Number two, the VIN number is not going to be called the Da Vinci Code. The only place they're going to have dealers is going to be Ellis Island, Rhode Island, New Jersey, the Brooklyn Bronx, and maybe Vegas. Give me a break.
Welcome back. There is no doubt Lamborghini's top-range supercar is getting a bit long in the tooth. The top-bull Murcielago has been in production since 2001, with more than 3,000 units built. Lamborghini's been tight-lipped about a replacement for the flagship, with few details emerging other than a new focus on weight reduction and a new direct-injection V12. But when will it show up along the cobblestone drives of the world's gangster rich? At least 3 years. That's from Germany's Automotor und Sport, which reports the top Lambo has been delayed until 2012. The mag also says the new model loses the steel chassis and gains an aluminum one, along with a body swathed in aluminum and carbon fiber. Power will likely come from an updated 6.5-liter V12 engine, producing 675 horsepower, while the same all-wheel drive system will likely carry over. Well, that about does it for Fastlane Daily today. I'm Derek D. And you guys have a lovely hump day. You know, it's time to just get over it. And then we have Thursday, and then Friday, and then the weekend. Reuters reports Chinese heavy equipment concern Sichuan Shenzhong Heavy Industrial. Reuters reports Chinese heavy equipment concern Sichuan Shenzhong Heavy Industrial. Reuters reports Chinese heavy equipment concern Sichuan Shenzhong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company. Sichuan Shenzhong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company has agreed to buy Hummer. The tentative deals. Reuters reports Chinese heavy equipment concern Sichuan Shenzhong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company.
Derek, I got you your the highlight.
Hey, yeah, hey.